Here is part 11 of the Swan Princess read-along. Caw! Puffin's cry echoed through the forest. He bombed from the sky, hitting Derek full force. The arrow flew wildly into the lake over Odette's head. Derek and Puffin rolled in the dirt, squawking and shouting. Puffin flapped his wings, smacking the prince, trying to distract him, but Derek seized him and tossed him aside. Springing to his feet, Derek loaded another arrow onto his bow. Odette thought about flying away, but the clouds were passing. The moon was peeking through, shining dumbly on the lakeshore. The light inched closer. Derek held his breath. He pointed his arrow at Odette, and closer. Derek's eyes were determined and murderous. This time he would not miss. In closer. Gotcha, he said. Odette closed her eyes. Swish! She felt water and light rising around her, shielding her, swirling upward. The forest was blotted out by a whirlpool of silver blue. Derek disappeared from sight. Where was the arrow? Bro, did he shoot? Odette felt nothing. She was floating now, growing. As soon as she couldn't feel any feathers at all. Oh, the water and light vanished. Her eyes blinked open. The first thing she noticed was Derek's face, eyes wide, with jaw open in amazement. Odette smiled. She was standing on solid ground. She was human. Hello, Derek, she said. The bow and arrow dropped from Derek's hand. He was transformed too, to an angry, vengeful hunter, to a young man insane with joy. They ran into each other's arms. Derek's embrace took away the pain, the fright, and the unbearable gloom of the last day. Oh, Dad, I knew it. You're alive, Derek said, his voice thick with emotion. Nobody believed me. No one believed me, but I knew. Shh, Odette warned. You can't stay. I didn't mean to shoot you. I thought you were the great animal. Derek pulled back and looked her in the eye. Can't stay? No, I'll never let you out of my sight. Listen to me, Derek, Odette began. From the direction of the castle, Rothbart's voice thundered. Odette! Oh no! Oh no! Odette cried in horror. Who is it? Derek asked. What's going on? It's him! Who? He has me under a spell. Who does? Odette! Rothbart called again. Derek drew his sword. Let him come. No, Odette replied. He has great power. You must go. Then you're coming with me. I can't. When the moon sets, I'll turn back into a swan. Odette! The voice was getting closer now. Go! Odette pushed Derek towards the woods. There must be some way to break the spell. There is, Odette replied. You must make a vow of everlasting love. I'd make it, Derek said. Odette was growing more and more afraid for him. You must prove it to the world. How? Derek asked. I don't know, Odette said. She frantically shoved him to safety. Derek turned to leave and whirled suddenly around. His face was radiant. The ball! He blurted out. Tomorrow night, come to the castle. I will choose you, and I will make a vow of everlasting love. Tears welled up in Odette's eyes. Derek had risked his life for her. He had searched through the forest for the beast that had killed her father, not knowing who or what it is, and now he was saying the words she had wanted to hear. And for the first time she felt hope. "Odette!" Rothbart bellowed. "I'm coming!" Odette shouted back. She turned to Derek and whispered, "Go." "Tomorrow night," Derek reminded her. But he didn't want to go. Instead, he drew himself closer. Their lips met, and Odette wanted to be a swan again. A giant swan, so she can fly away with Derek on her back. "Yes," Odette replied in the prince's ear. "Tomorrow night. Now go!" Grabbing one last precious instant, Derek kissed her again. Then he sped away and was swallowed up by the darkness of the forest. Rothbart crashed through the woods to her left. He glared at her, breathing heavily, his sweaty hair streaked across his forehead, and his skin was red with excursion. He did not look happy. "Didn't you hear me calling?" he asked. Odette stammered. "I thought I heard voices." Puffin, John Bob, and Speed huddled together in the underbush, watching the scene. Using his deepest frog voice, John Bob croaked, "Odette, Odette." The fuck? Oop. Odette swallowed hard. "Voices?" "Yes, voices." Rothbart looked over his shoulder. Rothbart stepped through the woods, peering intently. Odette panicked. How far could he see? Was his vision magical too? She had to distract him. "I decided to become your queen." Rothbart turned to face her. His eyes were narrow and wary. Behind a bush, John Bob fainted at the news. Rothbart's voice was hushed and awestruck. "You mean, Odette?" He took her hand and kneeled. "I'll be a good king, you'll see. I'll wear nice clothes and get my beard trimmed. And Dad, you made me so happy." With that, he stood and walked back toward the castle. Odette looked towards her animal friends. Puffin and Speed peeked out from behind the bush, smiling when they knew why she'd lied to Rothbart. "Oh, by the way," Rothbart said. Odette quickly turned to face him. He was standing almost exactly where Derek had stood during Odette's transformation. "You wouldn't happen to know who this belongs to, would you?" From the folds of his cape, Rothbart took out a bow. Derek's bow. John Bob, who had just come to, fainted again. Odette felt herself growing numb. "Come to the ball, and I'll make a vow of everlasting love." Rothbart threw his head back and cackled. With a mighty thrust, he threw the bow into the lake. "Thought you can fool Rothbart, did you?" "I'll never be yours, you creature!" Odette shot back. "I will marry Prince Derek, and you cannot stop me." Rothbart's face turned red. His lips pulled back over his teeth like an angry animal. He grabbed her arms with restraint, but Odette had no fear. She locked eyes with him. At moonrise tomorrow, she would be a human again, and Rothbart would be powerless against her. Tomorrow, she'd be free. Rothbart took a deep breath and let go of Odette. His snarl vanished, and he chuckled. "I'd hate to tell you this, Odette, but you won't be able to attend the big ball tomorrow night. If you want to stop me, Odette replied, you'll have to kill me. I don't think so. You see, you forgot one very important thing. Rothbart's smile chilled Odette to the bone. Tomorrow, he said, there is no moon. With that, Rothbart strolled back to his castle, shrieking with triumph.